I'm speaking to Jonathan Scott, and his family are involved in the production of an artisan cider, Scott's Irish Cider. So it's a family deal.
It's a family, yeah. So it's myself and the family involved in it. All the family members help out. We've been up and running nearly 4 years now. So cider's more akin with wine making. You're always working a year ahead. So we ferment out our apples in the autumn. We mature them out for a minimum of 6 months up to a year. And then so we're working always a year ahead. What we make last year, we're working through the year with it. So yeah.
And of course, you're in many outlets in the town. You rhymed off some of them there for me.
Yeah, so we're in a lot of kind of gastro pubs and restaurants around. So we're in a lot of the pubs around the town and the hotels and restaurants. Yeah.
I'm really interested in cider making. As you know out there, folks, cider comes from apples, and the fermenting and the gathering of the apples, all very important. It's also down to a bit of climate as well, and the weather. You're not getting worried about the little bit of change in climate and things like that?
Certainly the summer this year will affect the crop in terms of obviously. We different soil types, obviously heavier soils are happy this type of year, but obviously the lighter soils are going to be suffering. The apples are going to be that little bit smaller. I mean, every year, like we put it on the bottle, seasonal variations do apply because every year is different, and it does affect the apples because that's where all our flavour comes from. We have no artificial colouring or flavouring in ours. It's all and it's gluten free as well, so it's all just the apples. We use a nice blend of cider apples, eaten apples, and cooking apples. And
all Irish apples?
All Irish apples. So we get the eaten and cooking apples up in Armagh, and we get the cider apples down in Kilkenny. So that's where and we get some apples locally as well in Cavan for some small producers as well.
Of course, years ago, cider would have been a kind of a funny kind of a drink. I don't know, it just had the name of a cider drinker, but now it was then maybe a summertime drink, where people used to drink it in the hot, hazy days of summer, but now people like their cider drink all year round.
It's all year round drink. We certainly, with our drier cider, because it's so unique, and our medium dry, they kind of move the whole year through the year. Now our summer medium would be the sweeter one, but obviously, and then for the winter we have our winter spice cider, which is it's cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves. So you heat it. You actually heat it up. It's similar to mulled wine. It's actually nicer than mulled wine because it's nice and light, and it works really. The spices work really well with the apples. So you just actually gently heat it up. Don't boil it, because you don't want to boil off the alcohol. So yeah.
And tell me this: what percent are your ciders? In around the same?
They're all around the 5%. 5%.
So,
yeah, 5%. Yeah.
And why is it that cider tastes better out of a bottle that you pull the cap off?
Yeah, because I guess because you're getting all the nice flavours are there, and people kind of got a tradition of drinking having it in the bottles, and things like that. But certainly I suppose there's a consistency there when it's in the bottles. It's always the same,
Yeah. And does it go on tap? No, it doesn't.
We're actually just developing it here now at the moment. This is our first foray into it this year. We're just taking our time just to make sure it's right before we put it out into the bars and that. But this will be at the festivals this year. We're hopefully having it in the bars maybe in the autumn or towards next summer. Yeah.
Okay, and just one last silly question, Jonathan. I'd like to ask you, what makes a cider more dry how do you make it more dry?
It's just the difference in the blend. Like as I say, it's the blend of the apples. So we would use in the drier ones, we use a little bit more cider apples. You get a little more tannin, a little bit more acidity. In the sweeter ones, we would have a little bit more eaten apples, so it's more softer and fruitier. But then we've our elderflower. Obviously, it's infused with elderflower. We actually won an award with that there last week, the Great Taste Award over in the UK. So it's infused with elderflowers. That's where you get the flavour from. We infuse the flowers into it. So yeah.
Okay, so you are in outlets all around Cavan town. Maybe further than that, have you any aspirations of maybe exporting?
Yeah, it's something we're looking into. We're definitely interested in. Cider is growing in every country around Europe and in America and everywhere. It's something
becoming popular.
It's going popular, and people are getting really interested in it. Where there was never really a tradition of cider, so we're definitely looking to take advantage of that. Yeah.
Well done to Scott's Irish Cider, brewed in Cavan town. Thanks for talking to us, Jonathan.
Thank you.